All right, it is our second full day in Maui. We are over at the Whaler Village, is that what it's called?
Yeah, Whalers Village, that's where we parked. It's a really nice area, like open air shopping. And none of the shops were open because we got there at like 7?
Right.
7, I think. But there's coffee. Yeah, just an air market. So we just went there to get coffee. It's also a nice place to park since we're not staying in the resorts here. You know, we can't park at the resorts, but if you're staying at the resorts, you can walk there. And then along Whalers Village and along the resorts, there's this nice paved pathway that is right on the beach. So that's what we've been doing and just kind of letting it's a narrow pathway, so I had to split up here. But just have been letting the toddler run around, which is perfect.
It's been pretty cool.
Pretty chill.
Yeah, there's some open field, like little grassy places for him to run around.
Just a really quiet morning. We hit it really hard yesterday because it just always feels good to like see as much as you can right away, to me, because I always get so worried that I'm not gonna get to see as much as I want to, which is true. I never get to see as much as I want to because there's always more to do and see, but it always feels so good to have a busy first day to me. And then now we're taking it slow, so.
Exactly. I always have the most energy too, like right away when I start.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what
true.
I mean? Like, and then throughout the vacation, I'm like, let's just kind of chill.
The 3 a.m. wake up call really helped.
Yeah.
Get out and get going too. So. Okay, we'll see you guys later. Whalers Village has like 2 beaches on each side. There's one on each side. This one is like probably the lesser known one. It's called Lahaina, Paia, I think. That's at least really close. On the other side is Kaanapali. That one is much more well known. It's a little bit bigger, but honestly where one begins and the other ends is kind of hard to tell. It's kind of like in Florida, each one has their own little flavor, but they're all connected. It's all kind of one beach. I'll show you. Both are great places. The sidewalk runs between both of them, so whichever one you want to hang out at is totally easy to get to no matter which resort you're at. But pretty similar views at both of them, pretty similar vibes. At least right now it is 9 a.m., so maybe that does change as the day goes on. So this is Lahaina, Paia. This one I would say has a steeper downslope, but that probably changes throughout the day as well. And then down here is Kaanapali. I will walk down and show you how you kind of can't tell where one begins and the other ends. It's just down there, like, see this building right here? That's where that other one is. So it's pretty similar views. I would say this one is a little bit quieter, at least for now. But I mean, everyone's just kind of walking because this is resort central. So there's resorts, there's Whalers Village, and then you can see the rises of the resorts. Okay, see this boat going out? They drive past our condo, or they don't drive past our condo, but they boat past our condo. And I think that most of them are snorkeling boats. They're going out to snorkel. It's not whale season, otherwise they'd be whale watching too. We love snorkeling. It's one of our favorite things, and we want to snorkel here so bad. And we have a little bit of FOMO watching all those boats go out, but we will wait till the kids are older. We're not ready to leave them with a babysitter. In our last video, we talked a little bit about how we don't plan out an itinerary for our trips. We have a list of places that we want to go that would be fun to go, and then we kind of just take it day by day with what we're feeling like, and that's so that we can be equally spontaneous while still seeing what we want to see. But today is one of those days that maybe having an itinerary would have saved us a little bit of time, so let's talk about it. Not familiar with the road to Hana, basically it's a road that leads to the town of Hana, and on the way are these really tight hairpin curves. It's going, through the mountain, and it is gorgeous. That's why people do this. There are waterfalls and tons of other attractions along the way. It's really about the journey, not so much the destination. It's just a whole experience. So we were gonna do that the last 2 days there. Now, the reason I'm saying this is because the unofficial start of the road to Hana is actually this town called Paia. Paia is a really cute town worth exploring. It is a little hipster town, surfing town with really cute boho vibes on the coast. But a lot of people don't spend a lot of time there because it's the official start to the road to Hana. Most people are really excited to get onto the road to Hana and start seeing those waterfalls, those views, that sort of thing. I also knew that when we did the road to Hana that we would feel the same way. Even though the road to Hana is really about the journey, not the destination, I knew that we weren't going to want to spend a lot of time in Paia. I also knew that Paia was worth exploring. So we decided to go to Paia. Paia is also where Mama's Fish House is located. If you've heard of that restaurant, it's famous and reservations fill up months in advance. We planned our trip to Hawaii a few weeks before we left, and we never were able to get reservations. So that is in Paia as well. Where we did eat is the Paia Fish Market, and I didn't even realize that that was one of the best places to eat in Maui. There's also a location in Kihei. So we got there pretty early in the day, they were just opening, so it was busy but not overwhelming. And the rest of the time that we spent in Paia, there was a line out the door and kind of down the street. So I'm glad that we got there when we did, and it was good food. It's obviously a good place to go based on how many people were there, so that is in Paia as well. Paia was really cool, and I don't really know what I was expecting because I didn't know much about the town other than that it's a really cool hipster type of town, but it was just busier than I thought it was going to be, so I had a hard time relaxing, and I think that was probably just a me thing. We also had the stroller, which can make navigating sidewalks and things like that hard at times. The rest of the island on our trip, the whole entire island, everywhere we went on Maui, we felt like it wasn't busy at all. So this just kind of took me by surprise. There is quite a bit of traffic going through Paia because, again, it's the start to Road to Hana and everyone's going to the road to Hana. We were also there probably at peak time of people going to Road to Hana. It was 11 a.m. or so. So do with that information what you will. That was our experience. What we did see are the turtles at Okipa Beach.
Pretty close enough.
They are located really close to Paia and the start to the road to Hana as well. Basically, they just come out on this beach and there's tons of them and they're huge and it's really cool. So it wasn't a total waste. But to circle back around to what I said in the beginning about like the itinerary and everything, from where we were staying in Kaanapali, to Paia is, gosh, do you remember? It was like 2 hours, I think. I
Yeah.
think it's like a 2-hour drive.
Probably.
And so we drove 2 hours to explore Paia and see the turtles, which is just a long drive when we could have really maximized a lot of what else was in that area. It's raining and the sun is out and it's cloudy all at the same time. But we are at Okipa Lookout. You can look out and it's incredible. And in the time we walked from up there to down here, absolutely perfect weather, no rain, not a cloud. The weather changes here maybe faster than it does in Florida. Since we were there, we thought like, okay, we're actually just gonna drive into the road to Hana to see what it feels like, to see what those like hairpin turns feel like, to see if we really want to commit to 2 full days in Hana. Spoiler alert, there were flash floods the rest of the week. We did not end up getting to do it, but we had started doing it on this trip and we realized that we didn't have formula for our daughter. We had plenty of bottles for the day, but we didn't have extra to like spend the night like we were maybe gonna do on this spontaneous decision. So we had to turn around, unfortunately. It had also started raining and the road to Hana is in like a rainforest, so it's going to rain pretty much every day at some point, but you have to be really careful about how much rain you're getting because it can get really dangerous really quickly. So because of the rain and the formula, we couldn't keep going. We didn't really get to see anything. So sometimes having a plan really works out and sometimes it doesn't work out perfectly, but still really good. This was still an amazing day in Maui and one that we won't forget. It was still pretty incredible. Hopefully you enjoyed following along on day 2. We still have quite a bit of time left in Maui. Hopefully you're looking forward to it as much as we're looking forward to sharing it with you. See you next time. What we did see is the turtles at Okipa.